Kerala, a state known for its serene backwaters, cultural richness, and high literacy rate, owes much of its transformation over the decades to one phenomenon: Gulf migration. Starting in the 1970s, this mass migration shaped not just families, but the entire economy, education system, and our society's landscape.
Even today, majority of the return immigrants are from Gulf countries.
Firstly, let's look at the economic shift migration to these countries have caused. As you can imagine, Gulf migration's biggest contribution lies in economic transformation. By 2022, income sent back to Kerala from Gulf migrant workers accounted for 36% of Kerala's GDP. These funds were fundamental in allowing the transition of many families up the socio-economic ladder. Entire districts such as Malappuram and Thrissur saw a boom in construction, including new homes, new schools, and private hospitals, which showcase the fruits of Gulf earnings. But it's not just about family incomes. Migrants fueled growth in sectors like retail, transportation, and real estate. Markets now flooded with Gulf-imported consumer goods. However, this was not all without any downside. While Gulf migration has brought significant financial benefits through overseas income, it also has its set of drawbacks, particularly in the long-term economic impact on Kerala. Firstly, Kerala had become heavily dependent on one income stream, and that was that of Gulf workers. This dependency has created an unsustainable economic structure, as it ties the state's financial health to the fluctuations of the Gulf economy. When the Gulf countries experience economic downturns or political instability, it directly impacts Kerala's economy, leading to vulnerabilities in key sectors like real estate and consumption-driven business. Secondly, this dependency on external economies also had become severely exposed during situations of crisis. The 2008 recession and the COVID-19 pandemic highlighted these risks. Many workers lost their jobs and the income sent back to India plummeted dramatically. During the pandemic, Kerala saw 330,000 overseas workers returning as a result of losing their job to COVID-19. Malappuram alone saw a dramatic 140,000 returnees in this period. This disruption not only impacted the financial well-being of many families, but also highlighted how reliant Kerala had become on overseas employment. But this isn't even reaching the surface of what long-term effects Gulf migration has caused. While Gulf migration has provided employment to many low-skilled workers, it has also contributed to the loss of skilled labour from Kerala. This is what they call brain drain.
Kerala's brain drain: how student migration impacts society.
What is brain drain? The loss of human capital, an expression that refers to the flight of skilled labor from developing countries to the developed world. Why does this happen? Mostly due to conflict, political instability, lack of opportunity, or health concern.
Kerala has lost its best talents to foreign countries, which negatively affects the growth of local industries and innovation within the state. And this had begun with Gulf migration. So in conclusion, although I've discussed the good and bad of Gulf migration from Kerala, this video isn't designed to criticize or praise this transition. I firmly believe that there are lots of good and bad things that have been brought to Kerala as a result of this. And whether this is a net good or bad is subjective in many ways. All I intended was to briefly analyse the economic effect this transition had on Kerala and what it means going forward for us and the state.